So you care about me, huh?
Yes.
Oh, that's just great. I'm right up there with your parakeet and the stray cat you feed behind the
Come on, that's not what I meant.
What do you mean, Stacy?
I'm not trying to help you out all the time or anything like that. I know you can take care of yourself. Cass told me that you were terrific with the police.
Well, that's nice of him.
But we're friends. Okay, so maybe that isn't accurate. But what do you want me to do? Not care? I can't do that. We've been through too much together. You've been through a lot because of me. This whole thing with Courtney. She happens to be my friend, and she's trying to protect me,
Okay,
so
stop,
she ends up dragging you into
Stop.
it. What?
Don't you think this has all gone on long enough?
I don't understand.
Yes, you do. You and me, Stacy. It's not gonna work.
So what are you trying to say?
I think it's time to move on. Call it quits.
You think that we should stop seeing each other?
Yes. That's exactly what I think.
Still take it with milk, right?
John, I was not gone that long.
I don't know why you think that I was mad at you.
Well, how do you explain the fact that you looked at me like I was a bill collector when I walked in the door?
I didn't do that.
You didn't even stand up. Let alone meet me at the airport, maybe call me, ask me how I was doing.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, John. I am great.
Look, Charlene, I've been holed up here for the last few days. I'm studying for the medical boards. I've decided if I don't pass them, I'm just going to can this idea. I'm going to go back to frame construction full-time.
Okay.
And I didn't meet you at the airport because I didn't know what time your flight was getting in.
Right, John.
How did Josie take the news?
Josie was hurt. Josie was furious. But I think it helps that she knows her father is a man that I was married to, not some passing soul.
And how was Russ?
Russ was in control.
Yeah, I'll bet.
No, really, he was very warm. He was open with Josie. He was loving.
Made you mad as hell, didn't he?
Yeah, John, it did. You know what he did? He decided that Matt and Josie should go out on the town. This was right after she found out. I wanted her to spend some time with me. Do you think Russ backed me up?
Something tells me he didn't.
No, he didn't. He handed her this wad of money, and he said, you two kids go out on the town on the old man or something like that.
What did Josie say to that?
I think she was thrilled. She didn't even have a father for all she knew. Now she thinks she's got Robert Young. I should have demanded that Russ stay here. I should have done it differently, and I should have gone to New York and told Josie by myself. Well, now I know you're angry.
Yeah, you're right.
Why?
Because I don't know why you didn't want me with you in New York.
John, I told you.
You told me you thought it would be better for you with Josie if I wasn't there.
So, John...
Well, I don't buy that, Charlene. Either I'm part of your life or I'm not.
You mean that? You don't want to see me again?
I don't say things I don't mean.
Why are you doing this?
First rule of carpentry is, if it doesn't fit, don't force it.
We're not forcing anything. Okay, so maybe we did at first a little bit, but I kept coming back to you.
Yeah, you came back.
I don't know why I'm doing this. No, I do know why. Because you taught me something. That people don't have to grow up in the same way and live in the same kind of houses and have similar jobs in order to have a common denominator between them.
I don't want to be your teacher.
Well, what do you want?
And I don't want you to tell me you care for me.
Look, if I gave you the impression that I wasn't interested,
You're just not the
More
right
than
kind of
interested.
woman for me, okay? That's it, period.
Oh, well then who is? Frankie?
Maybe.
I see.
I'm expecting somebody a little later, so if you don't mind, you know.
Oh, no. I'd be delighted to. I'm sorry that I bothered you. I can assure you it won't happen again.
John, I can't, I won't imagine my life without you in it.
Except in New York.
I don't like you to see me with Russ.
Why?
Because it's humiliating. John, the man looks at me like he wants to put on rubber gloves every time he's in the same room with me.
Do you think that I'm gonna be influenced by Russ's opinion on anything?
If you are going to be in the residency program, you have to get along with him.
Would it have hurt Josie to see me make that trip with you to New York?
John, there was so much for her to take in. I didn't want to make her deal with us. She doesn't understand what we have.
Well, I'm not sure I do either,
Oh, well,
Charlene.
I don't understand why you are making such a big deal out of this.
What do you want me to say? You just told me that you're gonna do whatever you feel regardless of what I think.
Well, what does it mean? Why do we have to do everything together in the first place? It's not like we're married
Well,
or
maybe
something.
we should be.
What?
Maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe we should be.
Are you okay?
How's the baby?
She's not happy that she doesn't see her mother before she goes to sleep.
Sam, you're doing a terrific job. Just try and understand.
It's not just that she's not here.
What? What else?
Maybe I'll read
Sam?
The Great Gatsby again.
Sam.
She's so damn angry all the time. It's Iris this, Vicky that. She hates them.
She's under a lot of stress, Sam. She's had to grow up very quickly.
She had to grow up when we had Allie.
And
We both did.
That was different. That was a beginning. These are endings. Just give her time.
You know I will.
It's difficult sometimes, I know, when you're married to watch your partner change.
I loved her the way she was.
Sam. She's lost her father. She's never going to be that little girl again. But you can't keep somebody frozen in time.
I know that. It's just...
What?
Sometimes she doesn't even seem like Amanda anymore. It's like she's just fading away.
Oh, and you just want to hold on tighter.
Yeah, well, who wouldn't?
Just love her, Sam. And know that she loves you and trust that it's going to work out.
I really hope it does. Well, there's no answer on the nightline. Aren't you gonna get that?
It's probably Sam, wondering where I am.
Amanda.
It isn't supposed to be like this.
Like what?
You meet the right man. You fall in love, you get married, and you never look at another man for as long as you live.
What is that, some fairy tale?
No. Why?
Well, that goes right up there with all mothers love their kids. And every romance has a little happy ending.
You know, just because you're a cynic doesn't mean that you always speak the truth.
Well, then what about your version? What about your reality?
Look, maybe if things had been different,
How different?
if you had come to Bay City first, and I hadn't met Sam,
But I came to Bay City when I did. And you'd already met Sam.
And we're married. And we have a child that loves and needs us both, and that is reality.
But what we're talking about here's what we're going to do.
I can only think of one thing.
What?
We've talked about this now. We face the situation, so no more touching, no more late-night meetings. And we're just gonna forget that tonight ever happened.
Well, I think I have one solution.
What?
I could leave Bay City.
No!
Thought you were expecting company.
Thought you were never gonna come by again.
Changed my mind. Woman's prerogative, right?
Look, Stacy, I already told you.
I know what you told me, and I don't believe it.
Go home.
Shut up and sit down. See? I don't have to always be so prim. You can talk as tough as your friend Frankie.
I've said everything I had to say.
Good. Then you'll listen to me, because I'm just getting started.
And you and I both know that I could leave. And I could leave tomorrow.
No!
Why should I stay?
To help my mother.
Your mother?
Look, at least until she gets settled and Iris is out of the picture. And then
Thought I could think about leaving?
if that's what you want, yeah.
So what do I do in the meantime?
Well, we work together, of course. I mean, I depend on you. You're my friend, my mentor. I guess this isn't being very fair to you.
I don't know.
Look, I mean, you can leave tomorrow. If this is all too impossible for you, you know you can leave.
But I don't want to. I want to stay here.
You do?
Yes, I have a family here. I got Charlene, Josie, and Frankie.
All right, so then you'll stay and we'll work it out.
Well, then I think we should start by you going home to Sam and Ollie.
I hope Allie's still up by the time I get there. You know, I think you're all right. It's good that we talked about this.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I was playing around with something that means everything to me.
Marriage?
Daddy is gone. And Iris is trying to throw me out of this place. Sam and Allie are what I really count on.
Okay.
Look, someday you're gonna meet the right woman, and then you'll understand.
Good night, Amanda.
I'll see you in the morning.